Okay, Saranda, Albania. We're right here on the Albanian coast, the Albanian Riviera.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is really nice. The sun's out. We're excited to be here. It didn't take much to get here, really.
No.
We thought it'd be a bigger deal than it was, and it turned out we took the bus.
Yep. Took the bus from Tirana, and honestly, I had read a lot of information online that made you a little wary of doing it because you show up. It's not a bus depot in any sense. There's just buses all over the place. It's a bus parking lot. But it was actually, I'm so glad I read the information I did because I knew what we were going into. We got out of our taxi. You are immediately approached by people that are going to be asking you where you're going. They're not trying to get anything from you. They're honestly there as employees to help you.
They're there to help.
So asked if we were going to Saranda. Apparently we looked like we were going there, and we said yes, and they walked us right over to the ticket booth, and then after we got our ticket, they stayed with us and they took us to the bus.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been any easier.
It was way easy.
Yeah.
The bus ride itself was interesting. They'll stop off on the long side of the road, pick people up, drop people off. They'll pick packages up from people and deliver them. So very efficient.
And so don't, if you have a specific timetable you need to be on, you're not going to be on specific timetable. It took about 5.5 hours for us. They say it's around 4.5. So, you know, we had a lot of stops.
And once you get here, there's not a bus stop.
No.
Well, they stop. But,
thank goodness.
Yeah, but there's an area that they stop at. And
just a corner, street corner.
Street corner, and you're here.
That's their bus stop. So anyway, we're excited to enjoy this weather and show you around here.
Probably get a beer.
Probably get a beer, of course. So I'd say one of the best things about Saranda is their promenade. We have absolutely loved this. I come down and walk this each morning.
We come down every morning and we walk this entire thing. How far is it?
It's 2 miles from one side back to the or back and forth. So.
2 miles round trip.
2 miles round trip.
Yeah.
He would know that though if he walked it each morning. But anyway, the best part of Saranda really that we have loved is this promenade. There is restaurants all over, bars. Yeah,
bars, restaurants. A couple of them are closed, but they're reopening as we speak. So this is the time of year to get here because they're just getting going.
Yeah.
The sun's out too, so that's probably why they're getting after it. But yeah, this is beautiful. You know, what else?
So the fishing boats come in here in the morning, and they're usually here around 7:30.
Yeah, we see those.
I see them in the morning when I'm walking. They have the fishing boats are coming in, and they are selling right there on the side their catch of the day, which is really kind of cool to see, and the locals coming down and buying that. So
and we have gone to a restaurant here already, and they actually bring out a plate of the catch of the day to choose from.
They had 4 different kinds of fish on the plate.
It's pretty, that they get from these guys every morning, so it's pretty unique. Yeah,
and that is another thing that I'd probably add is we're so impressed with just how kind the people here are. In the restaurants and everything, everybody is so friendly, and commonly you're asked where you're from and why you're here, and it's just great. So if you arrive into Saranda, you're coming in either by bus or you're going to be coming in on the ferry. Right behind us is the ferry terminal. This is where you would take the ferry to go to Corfu, or if you were coming from Corfu for a day trip into Saranda. So it looks like the ferry tickets are about €23, and the ride takes just about 30 minutes. It's a fast ferry. They do have an option of a slow ferry too, which is, I think it takes like an hour and a half. So honestly, not a big deal if it's a nice scenic route.
Calves?
Yep, got your calves. Look fantastic.
Elevator.
Yeah, we don't think anybody else lives in this building. So we're back home, and this time we went with booking.com. We didn't go with Airbnb. Fantastic place. It is up on the hillside. So I will have to say, if you don't like stairs, because I've counted them, there's 220 stairs from down at the boardwalk all the way up to our place. Yeah. So when we go out a couple times a day, we get our workout in. That's good.
Yeah, that's okay, because we go out for beer sometimes.
Yeah.
And
we can justify it that way.
We can justify it. Now, there are plenty of hotels along the waterfront that you can choose from that might not have as many stairs. A lot of restaurants down there. Now, we did stop and have a beer along the waterfront, and it was fantastic, but with this view, we just decided to come back up here and sit on the deck and
why not
do it this way.
Yeah, it's $2.50 for a beer down there, maybe $2 some places, or it's like 80 cents up here, so it's a great deal. Yeah. One thing to note, if you are coming into Saranda, the ferry terminal is on the far north side of town. And on that side, there are a lot of Airbnbs, booking.com, whatever you're going with over there as well, and some hotels.
There are some hotels back on that side of town, back around the corner, which are more set up for maybe some beachfront, some resort style of living. Yeah. There's not a lot around them though. There's a couple restaurants. It just doesn't. If it were me, I would choose to be right along the waterfront, right here in the middle of town.
And sometimes when you're coming into town, or you know, we're coming in blinded, so all we can go off is the reviews and kind of looking at a map. Yeah. So coming into here, we had looked at places over there, and since being here, we've walked over there, and we were so happy with our choice of staying in this area. So we would definitely highly recommend just staying either.
I think that was my idea, isn't it?
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Stay on the promenade or stay above the promenade. Definitely would recommend that.
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
Yeah, and we've also, since being here, we found a restaurant that we really like. We've been there a few times. It's a family-run restaurant. It's called Haxi. We have been served by the son, who speaks really good English, and then the dad who tried so much to communicate with us, so friendly, and fantastic food. Yeah. You had their catch of the, no, you didn't have, it's a fish dish.
The fish dish.
Which was great. Tzatziki sauce, which was fantastic. One serving of it, and we had leftover to bring home. So definitely would recommend that location too if you come here. So we are excited to be here, and we still have some time, so make sure and subscribe, ring the bell, because then you get notified when we put out another video. We're going to be doing a day trip out of here, and then we also are going to be sharing with you our cost of living and information about Albania in general, since we've now been in 2 locations here. So yeah.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Cheers.